You might not notice, but today, exactly 3 years ago, my first short film debuted here on YouTube, and I will have clips of the movie at the end of this video, or you can go check it out right now by clicking the link in the description or a link in this video. But let me tell you the story of how I made this movie. I never really considered myself a filmmaker. I was always first and foremost a writer, and I wanted to tell stories, but I wasn't much of a talker, so I found another way to tell stories, and that was through writing. I remember I was about 8 or 9, and I wrote my first short story that I've completely lost by now, but it was basically a horror movie. I consider myself a decent writer, and I used to be the one who recorded all the family events and who was tasked with taking pictures. I was the one who took the pictures. Not that I was good at it, but I was always available. So, in a way, I guess that was draining in a sense. Anyway, to this first movie of mine, it's called Verlaten en Alleen, and I shot it back in 2021 during the pandemic when I absolutely had nothing going for me. During that time, there were a few script writing competitions that I took part in, and fortunately, or rather unfortunately, I didn't win any of the competitions, but I found a new love, and that was telling stories through scripts. Oh, in a way, I really wanted to see what my scripts would look like if someone actually acted them out. I didn't just want to write a story that no one will ever see. But at the time, I was living on a farm, not far from where I was living. My parents lived and a few other people, but there wasn't really people around that I could ask to help me out. But I got this idea because so many people were struggling at that time, as were we. So the idea was about an elderly couple who are alone on a secluded farm, just trying to get through the day because they had all these struggles. Um, should they buy this and maybe not have water or electricity, or should they rather fix their car and not have food? And that idea eventually became a script, and that script became Verlaten en Alleen. I can't remember how long the script was, but there were scenes that I had to take out to give the story more fluency in a sense. And to keep it short, I didn't want something that was too long. And I settled on a script that eventually became a short film of around 6 minutes. I went to my parents and I asked if they would help me out or if they wanted to star in the movie. And they took the script and just ran with it. I didn't even know they could act. And I honestly can say they did an amazing job in bringing these two characters, which were titled Opa and Oma or named Opa and Oma. And they did such a wonderful job. The third character was just more like a cameo, and I just took on that role because there was no one else that could take on that role. And it was just for a few seconds that this person appeared on screen. I took my dad's phone and I just started shooting. It took us about 2 to 3 hours to shoot it because most of the scenes we were able to shoot back to back, and the lines were easy and in Afrikaans, so they easily got it. And I only shot about 2 or 3 scenes from the outside. One was like a full scene on the outside, and luckily it was a good day for that, so it wasn't too windy and it wasn't too sunny. We could shoot that, and yeah, like I said, it took about 2 or 3 hours to shoot the whole film and about 2 to 3 days to edit it all together and to start creating marketing material like a poster and cut together a trailer. And in a few days, I had all of that ready. It all started in September 2021, and on the 5th of October, I premiered the movie on YouTube. And to this day, it has about 1,600 views on YouTube. I also posted it on Facebook. I just can't remember how many views it got, but there so much praise came in for my parents' performances, and I can actually say I'm proud of them for what they did with this story. I mean, for us to put all that together with just an old camera tripod and a cell phone and just Windows Movie Maker, I think that's the program I used. I didn't even have any professional programs on my PC to do that. I just felt like I needed to tell a story and I went for it. And that's how Verlaten and Alien came to being. And maybe one day I hope I can do it better, expand on the story a little, and with better cameras. That movie actually inspired me to write a few other scripts, about three other short movies, scripts that I have ready that I can still edit, but they are in the second and third draft phases. I also wrote a full feature length script that I've sent to some people and I've been given some advice, so I can also work on that. And finally, that also inspired me to do another movie that came out in March of last year. Unfortunately, this one didn't do as well. I decided to try something else with this movie specifically. It's called The Art of Unemployment, a Namibian Story. It's a mockumentary style film, and I couldn't get anyone to star in it as I was still on the farm. So I decided to take the lead role, and that probably wasn't the best choice. I'm not the best actor. I tried to do as good as possible, as the character was like 10% based on myself. Part of the character's personality is exactly like mine or just a little bit exaggerated. And this movie, like I said, it didn't do well. I released it in March of last year. I'm still very proud of it as it touches on really important themes like mental health and unemployment and just trying to find hope when everything seems hopeless. That's actually what both of these movies do. They are stories about hope during hopeless times. And that's about it. Those are my two short films. I hope you go watch at least one of them. If you can watch both, I mean, it will take less than 20 minutes of your time. Let me know what you think of these movies and recommend it to your friends and family. I really hope they will love it as well. I still can't believe that I actually got to make two short films. Like I said in the beginning, I don't consider myself a filmmaker. I'm just a storyteller. And when the script writing bug bit me, I just wanted to tell films. I've always wanted to be in the film industry in a way, and I just never thought that I could actually write the script until I did. And I just went for it. And well, now I have two movies that I can call my own, uh, that I myself wrote, that I myself shot, that I sort of starred in. And in a way, I am proud of what I've done. And I'm grateful for the support that I received on both movies. I never expected much from it, and I'm so thankful for what I've achieved with it. So go check out Verlaten Alien or The Art of Unemployment, a Namibian Story. I really hope you will love it or at least like it or maybe at least find it okay.
Ek kom aan hierdie dag, Here, as 'n sondige mens. Here Jesus, ek kom kniel vanmôre voor U. Ek kom smeek vanmôre, Vader. U ken vanmôre ons behoeftes, Vader.
Mevrou, ek het nou die waterrekening gekry. Lyk my ons moet maar die kos van hierdie maand eers los. Dat ons net die water kan betaal.
Ja, wat? 'n Mens kan seker sonder kos, maar nie sonder water nie.
Dankie mevrou.
Daar het weer iemand gebel.
Wie was dit?
Weer een van die nommers wat ons nie antwoord nie.
Dat ek net gepiek.
Okay. My kind is terug.
Ek is hier om seker te maak, mami, hulle is okay.
Dankie my kind, dankie, dankie, dis terug. Dankie.